In the late 1800s, Henry James wrote a story titled The Madonna of the Future. It was a well-written piece of literature that I recommend you read. It is a fictional story of an artist who devoted their entire life to a single painting. Sounds dedicated, doesn't it? But when the artist died, it was discovered that the canvas was blank. The artist had spent his entire life talking about his great work of art, but had not done anything to it. Presumably, he had bought all the supplies that he needed, and he had the most colorful, excellent thoughts and plans for it. He was quite charismatic, but he never put his hand to the brush, to the action required to do it. It was a blank canvas. What about you? Do you have any blank canvases in your life? What have you thought about and maybe discussed in depth, but are really not invested in? What have you passed off, ignored, or given excuses for? What supplies have you purchased for your life canvas, but left unused? Is there something that God has whispered to your heart in the last year? 5 years ago? Maybe even 50 years ago, that is left unfinished? It doesn't matter whether you are 17 or 87. There is something you can do to leave a mark on your canvas, on the mark on your life. God blesses us with gifts and talents, the money to buy supplies. He opens doors for us, gives us unique desires, and quietly whispers to our heart. But then he entrusts us with it. He puts it into our hands for us to do something with it. Matthew 25:21 tells us, his master replied, "Well done, good and faithful servant. You have been faithful with a few things. I will put you in charge of many things. Come and share your master's happiness." He said, "Well done," to them. Not well discussed or well thought about, but well done. My husband and I just finished a year-long project building a 10-foot by 10-foot by 4 feet stone fireplace with additional extending 8-foot stone seating on both sides of the fireplace. How did we do this? One stone at a time. One stone is one step, is one decision. I have painted florals, portraits, landscapes, animals, many things. How did I do it? One brushstroke at a time. One decision at a time. One purchase, I purchased paper and paint and brushes. But you do need nothing. You can paint the side of your garage, or you don't need brushes because you can use quills, weeds, sticks. You can use beet juice, grape juice. You can use dirt. If you want to paint something, you can do it without having to buy anything pretty much, okay? But it's one brush stroke at a time. The Bible tells us in Colossians 3:23 that whatever your hand finds to do, do it with all your heart, as working for the Lord. Whatever your hand finds to do? Really? That broadens the scope of things, doesn't it? It doesn't have to be religious for God to use, okay? It doesn't have to be religious for his kingdom purposes. Trust that what you put your hands to do, God will use and bring forth good out of it. Thank you for your time today, and I am looking forward to seeing your canvas. Appreciate it.